It's time to welcome a familiar face of this channel back. Last time he was on to recap the grand final of the Trackmania Cup. I tried to get him on last week when I did all of these Trackmania Grand League players interview before the season started. Sadly, this guy was on a holiday enjoying his life, but now he had taken the time to actually do this interview. Bren, how is life? How is everything? And how was the holiday?
Well, life is good. As you said, I just came back from holidays, so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty hyped to play the game again. Like, it was a good reset, so I'm happy. And life is good.
Where was the holiday headed to? Was it like Portugal, like Papu, or?
No, I stayed in France, but yeah, I went surfing for 2 weeks. So yeah, no computer, only good waves. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, the surfer boy from Australia is still surfing, right?
Of course. Well, that's the reason why I went to Australia. So of course.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Papu having a little break after the Trackmania Cup, and we saw what he did the last step. Do you think that the holiday eventually will help you in this upcoming Trackmania Grand League season that is already going on, actually?
Well, it didn't really help me for the first step, let's be honest. Because I was absolutely trash at the game. But yeah, well, actually it motivated me again to play the game. Like, I was a bit burnt out after like the Arctic Cup and then the whole month of August. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to be back. I'm quite motivated to train and try to do good, especially with all the support I get from Kameto Corp, which like pushes me a lot. So I'm happy to play the game again, and I'll just try to be good, and hopefully it helps. But I can't really say right now. We'll just see in the upcoming weeks. So we'll see.
But why was the decision of taking a holiday until the day before the upcoming Trackmania Grand League step? Was it planned already way back? Was it a reason for it? How prepared were you actually because of this holiday?
Well, the thing is, I had to go on holidays at this time because I wanted to go on holidays with my parents for once, and it was pretty much the only time where we could go. So yeah, it was planned quite a while back. So that's the main reason why we went that late. But I planned to train there because I brought my laptop that I use in Australia, and I brought my screen. My
map screen, yeah.
Yeah, the screen. Let's say the screen. I planned to train, but I just turned my computer on for like 30 minutes, not more, because I just couldn't find motivation there. I just didn't want to. So yeah, I practiced before because I knew I was going on holiday, so I just practiced for the first 2 weeks of August, something like that. Not that much, but at least I knew the maps and I was decent at the maps. But then I came back, and when I saw the times on Sunday, I was like, yeah, what the fuck? I'm like 2 seconds slower than everyone just in one lap. Yeah. So I was just assuming that I would play bad, and I just focused on the last 2 maps. And then I had a few technical issues on Sunday as well during the step, like a blue screen and everything. Like it's not an excuse. Like I played like shit, but still didn't put me in the good mindset. And it seems fixed now, so hopefully it stays like that. But yeah, well, I was practiced. I mean, I practiced before. I was trained, and it will be better for the next weeks, but I mean, not the best performance so far.
I did this sort of tier list to allow the casual fans to eventually get to know the players themselves, and I really wanted to put you up on sort of a podium contender because we know how good you can be. But from last season, we saw you didn't even qualify to the playoffs. Now we see this step 1. How prepared and how motivated do you think that you will be this season, and where do you think that eventually you will end up?
Well, I must agree with your tier list because I saw it. I saw the video, and I watched it, and I kind of agree with the fact that I'm like a make or break player. I say I can reach the top 8. Let's not say easily, but I'm quite confident that I can do it. Because I need to step it up and be better in the upcoming weeks. Like, there's no way I can make it with how I played like last Sunday. But like, I'm quite confident. I'm pretty sure I can do it. We'll see though. Like, I mean, I can't really say anything because if you see, like, for example, Kappa, who played not that good this week and ended up being 4th with the last 2 maps, and then Orwell, who played really good and ended up being last. Like, you can't really tell. Like, you can be the best player and lose all your points. So we'll just see. Let's just hope I can do good enough on a few steps and gather some points.
Yeah, because the reason why I say you're make or break, because you have this skill level that is good enough to win it. You won the Leon Esport tournament. You have been in the grand final of the beta season. You have been winning the Trackmania Cup. So you have this skill level that I think Pac mentioned you as one of the big four that eventually has the highest peak in skill level. But how will you try to reach this peak? Is it motivation that is the issue? Is it time that is the issue? Is it the map? How do you eventually get to the best possible Bren?
Well, definitely not time, because I have time to play and to practice. Maybe motivation. Like, I'm motivated, but it's hard for me to like go on the game, play for like 2 hours on the same maps and everything. Like, I'm not this type of person. Like, I'm just like I'm just chilling. I just want to be good, but I'm not trying to be the best. Hard enough, at least, which is not the good mindset, I know, but like it has worked so far. Not to beat Carl Jr. or Kappa or Pac even, because I consider him as one of the best as well. But yeah, I mean, I should practice more to reach that, but I can't really find the motivation right now. And hopefully I can do it. But I'm pretty sure, like, if I do good steps, I'll want to play more because I'll see that I succeed. But if I just keep playing like shit, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever, whatever. I'll just chill and see how it goes. So I'll try my best. But with the stream, I just don't want to stick to TMGL all my streams and everything. So I'm just not playing as much as I should to like beat Papu and Carl and everyone. So as of now, I'm one of the worst players. But I know that if I step it up, I could be one of the best. So it's just like, as you said, a make or break. Like, it's definitely that.
I asked all the players that I had on last week this question about this open letter that was out, and then due to the reason of this new playoff system, and I asked them, is it that affecting your motivation? And I will ask you the same. Is the playoff system a motivational factor for you, or would you say that a motivation doesn't matter what kind of playoff system we have?
Honestly, I wanted to participate with everyone with the letter and like be one of the few players who like voiced my thoughts and everything. But like, I knew that I would play the TMGL whatever happened. Like, I knew that even if it's the worst format ever, I would play it and try to be one of the best. So it wouldn't change anything to like my performance and just me playing. But yeah, of course, I wish they just find a solution and find something that works out and that we can stick to and have like some sort of stability throughout the years even. But I mean, I'll be honest, I had a call with Hillis who explained to me why they wanted to try this format. So my mindset went from, this format is garbage and we shouldn't use it, to this format is garbage. But I understand why we could try it. And I'm just trying to not complain anymore and just be like, yeah, whatever. I'll just play, see how it goes, try to be the best. And as they wanted to like add a World Cup to satisfy our like competitors' motivation, I mean, I have something else to rely on as a competitor, and even if TMGL is not as good as we could expect, I'll just play it anyways and see how it goes. Like, I don't really mind anymore.
Yeah, that sums up what I also had after speaking to Salty B for 2 hours. Sure, I understand maybe now more why you choose it, but still the playoff system is the playoff system. I still disagree with how it's playing out, but I can only imagine how it's going to be as a player. I'm going to watch it, so I don't
exactly.
be that affected, right?
Like, it doesn't change anything to us. It's just bad, but whatever. We'll just play it. Like, it's pretty much our job now, so we have to do it. Whatever it is. Like, it could be decided in only one round, I would play it. I would complain every day, but I'd play it anyways, because I have no other way to do.
Exactly. But there is something positive that has happened since last time. I mean, a quote from Turbo on Mayan, his cast was, Bren DNF, but still the chat is going, go Bren. It's the reason because of this Kameto Corp and the influence they have. I saw some tweet about the numbers, but it was in French. I didn't really understand it. But can you tell us, how has the first weeks been in this new world that is Kameto Corp?
Well, in a few words, I wasn't at the level of the supporters, Like, they were so hyped and so good, and I was playing so bad, so I felt a bit shit about that. But yeah, it was insane. Apparently, as you were speaking about numbers, apparently it was about 3,000 messages a second. So that's the stats we saw on Twitter. I'm not sure if it's true, but that's the stats that were recorded. So if it's that, then yeah, I understand why I had like 35 out of 36 cheers. Makes sense. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's faster than me on Twitter. I cannot even produce that kind of numbers. That is insane. But can you tell people that are in the Trackmania community, and most of us are that is watching the content at least are international, so we might not know Kameto, we might know Kote, Kote?
Yeah, Kote, yeah.
Kote. What is Kameto Corp? What do we need to know about it?
Well, basically, it's all about. You can pretty much compare it to Zerator, you know, like streamers that wanted to make a team and then make it grow and have good players. Like, for example, they recruit people on League of Legends or TFT now who perform well, and they decided to go on Trackmania as well and host a few tournaments and everything. So it's just a group of streamers and friends, mainly friends, and they just wanted to be more active on the scene and try to get a player, well, me on Trackmania. That's how it went.
And from what I understand behind the scenes, it was planned to be announced after the Zerator Cup. That eventually was the official announcement. But sadly, or accidentally, Sardosh leaked this sort of stuff before the Zerator Cup. Everybody saw that Kameto was standing in front of Bren. How was that for you? Did you get any sort of reaction from Kameto? Did you get any reaction from the Solary fans? How was that leak in your view?
Well, basically what happened is that we just tried to not hide it, but just said that it wasn't official, anything could change, and then like we shouldn't, like, guys, you shouldn't understand, I mean, you shouldn't remember what SAR said, and you'll just see in the upcoming weeks what will happen. So we just try to, like, I can't say it properly, but like make it kind of disappear. But I just received questions every day on my stream, like, what's your new team, what's your new team, host like Casey, Bren, and everything. Yeah, exactly. That's the good way of saying it. Exactly. So yeah, we just try to make sure that people don't stick to what Sarge said and leaked, and just try to forget about it and get hyped again when it's announced. Well, it was not an easy task to do. We just tried, but yeah, I mean, people were hyped anyways, and like they just acted as if they were surprised when there was the announcement. They were like, oh, really? Really? I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, so a lot of gifts like pretends to be shocked, like, oh.
Exactly.
But can you tell us about the contract itself? Is it like 1 season? Is it 2 seasons? How long is the future, at least for now, looking in Kameto Corp?
Right now, I signed for 1 season, so until the next Zerator Cup in Bercy. So we'll see what's next, but there's some time still before that. So I'll basically be playing 2 seasons of TMGL, the Zerator Cup, and all the upcoming tournaments that interest me and are worth playing. So yeah, that's basically it. We'll just see in a year, but maybe we'll keep going after that. We don't know.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, looking at the numbers with Go Bren, I mean, oh, come on, you have more Go Bren than in the history of Trackmania. The fan base you have at the moment is probably the biggest we have seen, at least by looking at the numbers, 4,000 every second.
Yeah, definitely. And I must say that it's one of the most like positive one as well, because I played terribly again, and they were still cheering and being nice with me. Even on my stream, I received messages saying like, well, it's not the end. There are 5 more weeks and everything, and like it's pretty good to have this support and not just be like people complaining every time you lose or whatever. And it's also good, even though Carl is one of my best friends, especially on the game. It's good to not be, the second player and be a bit more in the light. It's quite satisfying to be boosted at the top, and it's good. It's good. I must say it's very, very good. I'm happy to be there. Yeah.
But can you tell us what does Kameto and Kote said about what do they expect from you? I mean, they had Darker in Solary Trackmania Cup, but I understood that he was some sort of underdog and they just were happy for every round he qualified through. But you are one of the star players in Trackmania. You're one of the best players, so maybe they have higher expectations for you. Have they said anything about what they expect from you?
Well, I'm supposed to be the pro player, the pro Trackmania player, so they don't put pressure on Darker at all. Like, he should just improve and try to reach the top at some point. So, and I'll try to help him if I can. They don't want to put pressure on me. Like, they just want me to play my game and see how it goes, which is good as well. But obviously, they want me to perform, and they're more like they're happier if I do good and if I reach the top 4 or 3 or even 1. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, make or break, right?
Exactly,
Then it can be number one as well. Then it can be number one as well.
It's either top 1 or top 16.
Exactly. I like these kind of players like you, Scrappy and Masa. Like, we never know at the moment, but you still have the skill level to be up there, right?
Yeah, I feel like I can be good, but I just need to practice more, and hopefully I can do it. We'll see.
Before I let you go, I just want to ask you about, because you joined Kameto Corp, then you left Solary. It seemed, at least from the outside view, that they had a really good time there. The sort of connection within you and Carl was good. You and the guys in charge of it was good. How would you sum up your time in Solary and the moments you had there?
It was really, really good. Like, I met... basically, what happened before I joined Solary is that I was a viewer of their channel, and I knew them just from an outside perspective, and I just watched them. So when I joined Solary, it was a good experience, and I met very cool guys, and was one of the best atmosphere you can get in a team. Definitely, like one of the best teams you could even imagine. And I'm pretty sure it's rare to have that even in the whole world. So it was a really, really, really good time. Very nice people, and I still like them a lot. And I'm still a very good friend with Carl. And even though we're enemies now, it's just like it's just on the road. We're still friends. And the main thing is, even if the communities are like facing, I just want them to be respectful with Carl and Solary. Like they can say whatever they want, but just be respectful, and it's going to be all good. But I have a lot of respect for them, and I don't have any regrets about leaving Solary, because I'm very happy of where I am right now. But it was a great experience, and I'm very happy to have been part of Solary before. Like it was amazing. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Allow the people to have this sort of shout out spot, because there are so many different streams in Trackmania. And then for the fans, if they want to follow your POE, it's Kameto Corp. But can you tell us what is the Twitch channel they can follow your chat on, and how would you describe the cast from Kameto?
How would I describe the cast he does for the TMGL? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll be completely honest. I haven't rewatched it because I played extremely poorly, so I just didn't want to watch it play again. But from what I saw during the Zerator Cup, because I watched Darker play, of course, and I'm pretty sure you saw the clips as well, and Jiggy saw them as well. Like, he's a great showman, and I'm pretty sure he can hype even the worst match ever. So it's pretty cool. Like, you can be the worst player and still have some hype around you. So it's cool. It's cool. And the fact that he doesn't know the game that much makes it interesting as well, the same way as Shap and Wax did, because like you have a different approach to the game than if you have a cast from, let's say, Jiggy, Cornecrua, or Virtual, whoever, because it's a really different way of seeing the game. And I'm feeling like it's important for newcomers to have this approach to the game and not seeing only technical points with like precisions about drifts and everything. And it's pretty good to have like a very large vision of Trackmania instead of specific points. Sorry. So yeah, I think it's a very good way to introduce people to the game.
Thank you so much for stepping up and doing this interview, Bren. And I hope that the next time we will have it on, it will be a focus about how we eventually qualified into the playoffs, how he was a make and not a break player, right?
Yeah, well, hopefully I can be a make player now. I'll try. I'm practicing, not only on my stream, but I'm practicing outside my stream. Don't worry, I'll try.
There we have it. Thanks a lot, Bren, and good luck in the upcoming step. And if you want to follow him, then it's Kameto Corp on Twitch, and I guess you can follow him on Twitter, and follow Kameto Corp overall on Twitter, because they are somewhat hilarious, even though I don't understand a single word of French.
Yeah, they're worth checking out. Yeah.